If you have been struggling with panic attacks, fear, anxiety all your life, listen to this. I've been through this and I've come out of it. And you have to harness your mind. You have to learn how to harness your thoughts. See, a lot of the times when you get a panic attack or an anxiety attack is because you let your mind dictate itself. The great majority of time, these attacks happen to you because you feed them. You feed them with negative thoughts. See, the way that your body works is if you think something, you will act a certain way, you will feel a certain way. Your mind releases chemicals. We are what we think. Remember this. You will be exactly what you think of yourself. If you start thinking on negative things and negative thoughts and things like, I'm going to die because I'm having this pain in my chest, or taking things outside of proportion, I don't feel too well, I feel dizzy, something wrong's happening to me, I feel like something bad's going to happen. Or how many times people get anxiety attacks by the simple fact that they start fearing a situation. They fear that if they go into this train station or this shopping center, that they are going to have a panic attack. But they are already putting that panic inside of themselves, inside of their mind. See, the majority of the times we put this panic into ourselves. We are like a balloon. The more you pump it with negative energy and negative thoughts, the more energy your body has inside. So one day you get to this situation that you've had enough and your body explodes, and it manifests itself in a panic or anxiety attack. You have to see that we are a charging and release creature. We were made to charge and release. For example, you eat something, you drink something, you process it, and then it comes out. It's the same principle with sexual energy. You see something or you look at something, and then you start getting charged up with sexual energy. And what does your body do? You either release it in the appropriate way or you keep that inside. Our bodies are so complex, but at the same time the principle is simple. It is all about the principle of charge and release. If you are charging your mind with negative thoughts, you are harboring and creating an atmosphere in your mind and in your body of fear, anxiety, and panic energy. And one day, all of this stuff that you've been harboring inside has to come out, which is why you have these panic attacks. So what I want you to realize and what I want you to learn is that you can control this situation. And it's all about what you think. It's all about harboring your mind. It's all about you controlling what you think. You have the power to change your thought process. Next time you feel like you are having a panic attack or an anxiety attack, step back and just let it be. Ride the wave that your body is creating. Your body has to release energy. Your body has to release this fear that you've been putting onto yourself. And when you're going through this panic attack, this anxiety attack, I want you to ride the wave, and I don't want you to think anything. You might be shaking, you might be hyper, you might be crying, you might be scared, whatever it is. I want you to sit back, lay down, and just ride the wave. Imagine that you're laying back, floating in the ocean, and let the wave of fear take you. After you've done this, you are going to start feeling better, because your body has released that energy that is being kept inside for all this time. See, it's a natural process. Just ride this wave of fear, ride this wave of anxiety and panic. It will soon end. What I don't want you to do is, when you're going through this wave of panic and fear, to start thinking negative thoughts. I'm shaking, so there must be something wrong with my sugar levels. Or I've got pain in my chest, so I'm probably having a heart attack. And what you're doing is you're creating more fear and more chemical reactions in your mind. I don't want you to feed these panic attacks and anxiety attacks anymore. When they come, ride the wave. Stop thinking negative. If you can stop thinking negative, you will get over this panic and fear attacks that have been pestering you all your life. I want you to learn the power of harboring your thoughts. I want you to start taking control of your mind. You have to filter all your thoughts. When you start having negative thoughts, just let them be. Don't meditate on them. Don't think about them. If you think about these thoughts that are coming to your mind, they've hooked you. And when these thoughts start getting a hook on you, they've got you. And all of a sudden you start this cycle again of thinking, of worrying, and then you start feeling panicky, and then you start feeling fear, and this process and the vicious cycle starts again. But you can end this vicious cycle by just letting your thoughts be and not meditating, not thinking about these negative things that are coming into your mind. Let me prove to you that all these panic attacks and all these things that you're going through is a trick of the mind, is a charge and release process. I've met so many people that have suffered attacks for years, and they tell me that each time they've had an attack, they felt that they were going to die. And I say to them, and even this happened to myself, well, if you were going to die, you would have already been dead. But the fact that every time you have these attacks, you feel like you're going to die, is just a vicious cycle that you're stuck on. Of thoughts leading to fear, leading to charged up energy in your body, and then your body has to have a release. So then the expression of that energy release is an anxiety attack, is a fear attack. That is the cycle that you need to break, and you start breaking it by controlling your mind, controlling your thoughts. I can guarantee you that if you put this into play and you start ignoring these thoughts, even ignoring the feelings that your body is going through, if you start doing this, the panic attacks and the anxiety attacks, bit by bit, they're going to start losing hold of your body. They're going to start losing that grip that they've had in your mind. And I know that it's not easy. I've been there myself. I understand what you're going through. I understand the fear and the terror that comes upon you when you have these attacks. But you are putting these attacks, these fears on yourself. You are charging your body up. You're letting your body be charged up with negative feelings and negative energy. And the best thing you can do for this negative energy is to let your body have a panic attack. And when you have a panic attack, I want you to enjoy it. I want you to start laughing. I want you to start jumping around. I want you to start enjoying these terror attacks, because what it is your body trying to release itself. Don't grab onto something and start thinking, oh my God, I'm going to die. Do the opposite. Enjoy them. Ride them. See, all of these years you've been holding on to this fear. All of these years you've been grabbing on, tightening up, tensing your body, trying to overcome this fear by being tense, by being scared. And I want you to do the exact opposite. Let your body be loose. Enjoy this feeling that is coming out from you. So I want you to do two things, two simple things that will change your life. Next time you start having a panic attack or anxiety attack or fear attack, whatever it is, ride the wave. Do not fight it. Let your body shake. Let your mind go through these things. Let your body express itself. Cry if you have to. And after you've gone through the first few minutes of a panic attack, and then you're really in the middle of it, I want you to start laughing on purpose. I want you to start bouncing up and down. Run if you have to. If you're sat at an office or a desk, then I want you to squeeze your body and then release. I want you to squeeze again as hard as you can and take deep breaths and release. By doing this, you have already taken control of the situation. You are no longer being held captive by this fear, but now you are creating how your body releases this energy. You are creating the way it releases the energy, whether you shout, you laugh, you scream, you jump, you run, whatever it is. It's all about you taking control. And the last thing I want you to do is forget about things. Forget about these feelings. Forget about these thoughts that come into your mind. Don't think about negative things. When negative thoughts come into your mind about I'm ill, or I'm going to die, or I've got cancer, or I've got this disease, or what's wrong with me, I don't want you to feed into them. I want you to let them go. Just don't think about it. Change your mind onto something else. Read a book, watch something funny, and bit by bit, the pattern in your mind will start changing. And the last tip that I will give you is to exhaust your body, exhaust your mind, exercise, go running, go swimming, climb a mountain, do whatever you have to, beat a bag if you have to. Exhaust your mind and your body so that you can be in a neutral level. Every time you start feeling anxious or panicky, do some exercise and release that energy that's inside of you.